This is Sports Tracker. It is live on Diamond FM. We are here to give you every of the update from over the weekend in the world of sport, giving you and sharing with you, our listeners, in-depth analysis of everything that transpired and what to expect in the future, starting from now. In the NPFL, Kwara United, after that defeat yesterday, were condemned to the bottom of the NPFL table. What is the hope for Kwara United? Coach Ashifa Suleiman, a.k.a. Brazil, is still defiant and promising the fans that Kwara United will escape the drop. The Super Eagles of Nigeria do not know who will tinker with them going forward. Eric Chell has laid his demands. And ladies and gentlemen, one official of the Nigerian Football Federation speaking on condition of anonymity. He says if Eric Chell wants to leave, please pack your bags and leave, because these demands that you have laid down for the Nigerian Football Federation is just too enormous for us to meet up with this demand. Before that tie this weekend, Manchester City had gotten the win over Newcastle United, and the pressure, the focus was on Arsenal Football Club. In the build-up to that tie, after Arsenal's very, very shameful performances against a side like Wolves, everyone expected the Gunners to drop even more points against Tottenham Hotspur. Because Tottenham Hotspur were the home side, because Tottenham Hotspur had the new manager, because Tottenham Hotspur, of course, had a point to prove. But also the Gunners had a point to prove. Everyone called them a side only focused on set piece. But after the number of goals they scored yesterday, Arsenal are now the second highest scorers from open play in the league with 33 goals. Who would have thought the Gunners, who everyone called set piece FC, were also good to be scoring goals from open play? Ask Keberechi Eze, ask Victor Gyökeres. Today, I can no longer use the word O2 for Victor Gyökeres because things have changed. Arsenal Football Club now, things have changed. They have shown us that they can't stand up when it matters the most. Even Pep Guardiola's side went to that ground and they struggled. But Mikel Arteta's side went there yesterday and they scored 4 goals for fun and could have added more. The race for the Premier League title is getting heated up. And ladies and gentlemen, anyone who thinks one team is the favorite knows that is a lie. Everyone right now needs to hold on and be steadfast, to dream, to want it. If you don't show it, you will never have it. Adetola Adeolu and Moses Amao seated in the building today. It is time for us to rock and rumble. My name is Babajide Oluwaseun, welcoming you. Tula, how you doing today, man?
Top of the morning to you and to all people of us out there. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a great weekend, and between Napoli and Atalanta, between Juventus and Como, Arsenal against Spurs. Quite impressive weekend, and congratulations to the Arsenal fans, but I don't see that consistency yet. Maybe after 5 games.
Moses Samao, welcome to the program. How are you doing today, Moses?
Very well. Good morning to you, Babajide. Good morning to all our listeners out there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Moses, we know the conversation, of course, from Saturday. Manchester City in the English Premier League got that 2-1 win over Newcastle United. A sweet 2-1 win for them. And it was, of course, a victory that put them 2 points behind Arsenal with the game in hand. So the pressure, of course, was on Arsenal. But for Man City, they also had to dig deep to get the victory over Newcastle United. And they have racked up win after win after win, 5 consecutive wins on the bounce. So it was advantage to Newcastle, to Man City in that moment there. What do you think Man City are doing in this title race right now that you can, explain, that you can analyze? They keep on racking up the wins right now, Moses.
Well, I think, number one, you have to look at the setup, the way the manager has been setting up the team.
You're right.
And you could see the determination on the players as well. Then
okay.
You got a few players to mention. You see O'Reilly coming in, and he has been doing fine in the team. And one thing is, that's exactly what you expected from your manager. You should be able to rotate, bring in players in who can influence game, who can change tactics. You can't just stick with the same set of players all the time, and you don't expect burnout when it matters. You see this player gassing out 60 minutes, and this is not the case for City at this point in time. Semenyo has been added into the team. You have the likes of chance to rotate, to give some player a breather. Savio on the bench, Doku not starting games again. You see Mamouche coming in after the Nations Cup.
Right.
Alan scoring goals. You see Rodri back into the team. So these are the things you highlight, and you could see they freshen up the last 5. They won 4, they drew 1, and now they are keeping the pace on Arsenal, knowing fully well Arsenal slipped back-to-back draws over the weekend and in the midweek. Now they want to keep the pace on them, and you could give credit to the manager for how he has been able to manage that team, bring in fresh leg to influence their game.
Like what the manager has also done with Nico Riley there, as a young man who not necessarily a left back, but more of a midfielder. And then, of course, the manager has played in there and in matches this season. He has now put Nico Riley in that midfield, and he popped up with 2 important goals for Man City in that victory over Newcastle. Some Arsenal fans have a look at the O'Reilly situation and have a look at Lewis Kelly and wish Mikel Arteta would also learn from that particular, conversation. But what we do also know is that Man City didn't find it easy in the latter part of that game against Newcastle United. And so when the final whistle was blown, the manager was truly excited. They celebrated every single part of that victory, Man City over Newcastle on Saturday. The manager was asked after the game, what's the focus? He says they will have a couple of drinks there, and then the focus is on Leeds United, which is their outstanding game. But of course, knowing that Arsenal were playing yesterday in a ground that they also, Man City, have gone at the drop point, they were hoping that Arsenal would do them, or Tottenham would do them a favor by dropping point in that game. But Tottenham did not. Even if they tried, Arsenal took the lead in that tie. Tottenham equalized barely 2 minutes later. But Arsenal found the next level to make it 2-1, to make it 3-1, to make it 4-1, just like it was in the reverse fixture. That is a statement victory from Arsenal. That is a reminder again of the class that they showed us, especially in the first half of this season. And that is a statement to let everyone know that they are not going to give up easily, this Arsenal side. Even if Man City are showing intent, Arsenal out there. Tula, what are your thoughts?
Well, the last time Arsenal won against Tottenham, and they were in that Champions League position, or maybe at top of the league, they end up winning the league at that time, and I think they drew in the reverse feature. That was when they played invisible. But what I want to say is the most important thing is the fact that Arsenal is winning, having played 28 games, Man City played 27. There is still a lot to do, based on the fact that the players stepped up yesterday. The last game against Wolves, they didn't step up. They dropped their standard. And now against Spurs, they had to step up because of the fact that it's a depleted Spurs side. But no disrespect to Spurs. You have to win. That's the most important thing. And I feel like henceforth, I hope the manager have learned 1 or 2 things, because he was saying that...
what are those 1 or 2 things that you have seen that you think the manager has learned?
I think, number one, trying to manage his game management is one of the most important things. Immediately when Timber was off, he brought in Mosquera. That was quite important for the manager.
You're right.
Because most of the time, he will let him play.
Somebody said he even kept Gyökeres on the pitch.
Yes.
That also helped Arsenal in that game yesterday.
I think sometimes if the player is off, substitute him. But yesterday, he was on his A game, and that's why he can score 2 goals.
William Saliba is the first ever Arsenal player to win each of his first 4 away league games against Tottenham Moses. Some have had a look at that defense also and given them a yeoman's job. Nkapie comes to mind, Saliba, Gabriel, even Mosquera when he came on. They said that defensive unit helped Arsenal a lot yesterday. The goalkeeper also, without a standing save, to pull it back at 3-1 there, David Raya.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on some individual performances yesterday?
Number one, I think that David Raya save, the turning point in the game, because had it been the goal entered, crossed the line, it might be a different game. You know, Arsenal, the memories of what happened against Brentford, against Wolves is in their head. And you could see that yesterday, even when it was 1-1, they had to just come back into the game, and you have to maintain that. You don't lose focus.
All right.
Mosquera did well coming on. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, they are doing fine. They could hold on to Kolo Muani, the pace and everything. Piero Nkapie, for me, sincerely, I think maybe I will give him the signing of the season for Arsenal ever since he joined. You could see, I don't expect him coming in, giving in everything. And you could see attacking wise, defensively, is solid. He has done well for the team. Now, like Tula said, Arteta needs to know how to manage these players. You can't keep using the same set of players when you have some bodies on the bench not getting enough game time. I was talking to someone yesterday, an Arsenal fan. He called me from abroad after the game. He now said, Moses, what do you say about Victor Gyökeres on the pitch yesterday? Arteta has been the one suffering because he keeps substituting the guy, giving the opponent defense the opportunity to support them, and anytime he subs off Gyökeres, they might eventually lose
them
or draw the game. And yesterday, you could see it was there causing havoc, causing issues for the defenders yesterday. So these are the things you should manage as a manager. If Saka is not firing, take him off and bring in someone else.
All right. We also, of course, witnessed yesterday what the manager said about Eberechi Eze. I mean, everyone asked him, it's almost as though you always come alive, Tula, when it comes to Tottenham. He says he tries to score against every other side. But, it just happens when it's Tottenham that the ball goes at the back of the net. The manager also said something, that it feels as though he has even learnt more now for the future how to handle players like Eberechi Eze. Because he felt as though Eze needed to prove a point to not just the rest of the world, but also to him as the manager, because he felt he did not start him in the previous game and he was angry. So he says even going forward, he has learned. And some say not just with even Eze, but even with the squad as a whole. Some say he should have learned this earlier in the season, but others are saying, it's a good thing that a manager is learning now who to take out in the defense when they are tired, who to take out in the attack, who to leave on in that game, and who to start. What are your thoughts?
He has been a selfish manager in terms of player selection. That's the truth. If he loves a player, he loves him wholeheartedly. I was talking to someone yesterday that there was a particular incident that led to Saka injury. And I said, look at your manager. He has already won this game, 3-1. You have no guard on the bench. Zubimendi was off towards the last 10 minutes of the game. He was just running. Let this guy go and rest. But he will not do that substitution. And when you look at Trossard, it wasn't the game it was just running. It was not making the final third pass or final goal.
All right.
He should have done the substitution
These are
early enough.
Right.
So
you think
I don't know why he's trying to do that. His game management will help him to win the league.
All right.
No miracle. And Eze himself, sometimes Eze is not doing enough. Let me just be sincere.
Well, he's a threat in front of the goal.
It's a threat because before the goal, he had just 7 touches. 7 touches before the goal.
All right.
So it shows that it's a danger or a threat in the box. But he has to do more to earn the manager's trust.
No Arsenal striker has scored more goals in a single season than Victor Gyökeres in the past 6 years.
Yeah.
This is February, by the way. He scored, 10 Premier League goals. He scored 15 in total, 2 assists in that. This was a man who I started with saying he would score 15 Premier League goals. And here we are now, it's 10. This is February, heading into March. Yeah. How many more games to go? 10 more games to go? Yeah. He could be scoring 5, 7 more before the end of this season. He could come up with some good output. In 2026, I'm looking at the top performing strikers and he's there right now in the Premier League this year. Says a lot.
Well, I think Victor Gyökeres is, we can't say totally he's not a good player, not a good signing for Arsenal.
I'm no longer there again now. I'm quiet now, Moses.
I'm happy, Jide, like that. The thing is this, you look at Gyökeres, he has the strength, he has the pace, he has the quality.
All right.
Is it getting the right passes? These are the areas you have to analyze. The person I was speaking with yesterday was telling me how he wished maybe the likes of Ozil or Cesc Fabregas is still in this same team, feeding Gyökeres with passes. How many goals do you think he will score in each game?
All right.
This guy is clinical in front of goals, but the passes are not getting to him. That's just it.
All right, let's see now. Let's see Mikel Arteta. Let's bring the man in. We'll also bring in Pep Guardiola. Let's hear what they have to say to us.
From Eberechi Eze today, he scored around half his Premier League goals towards the final bit of the season. Did you know that when you were signing him?
We looked at every stat, but that one, to be very honest, no. He scored 5 goals in the last 2 games against them, which is extremely difficult to do. But I could see that he wanted to prove something. He was upset, even with me, because I didn't play him the other day from the beginning, and some of the decisions that I made. And I start to understand how we're going to get the best out of him now.
This game, for sure. But this happened in this moment. This team is Arsenal, probably the best team now in the world in this moment. So it was not easy. I can also give to us excuse. No.
All right, so there we have it. Igor Tudor. He says Arsenal are the best team in the world in this moment. Probably they're in trouble. Tottenham Hotspur. Chula, they're in trouble.
Well,
look at their league position right now.
I think,
and this is trouble with 10 games to go.
I think
Can they survive the drop?
The trouble is not so much. It depends on how they're going to manage themselves.
They have 29 points in 16th place. Nottingham Forest, who occupy that final spot above the bottom 3, has 27. It's a 2-point gap there. And between them and West Ham in 18th place, of course, that is just a 4-point gap, Mantula. You still think it's not proper trouble?
It's not. It's a trouble, but at the same time, they just have to win like 3 to 4 games to be safe.
Based on what you saw yesterday, do they have a win in them, in that team, with the injuries that they also have?
I think the injuries haven't helped. But based on the fact that Sri Lanka is available, Richarlison is back from injury.
All right.
I think that will help their cause. And
All right.
I think Kolomani strive under this manager.
Kolomani?
Yes, under Juventus. When he was at Juventus, he
All
did
right.
well.
All right.
So if the likes of Pedro Pro is back and others, maybe they might survive the relegation, because based on what I've seen so far, it's all about players understanding. Romero will be back. Their captain will be back. So they have to just fight for this.
Imagine if it wasn't that tie yesterday. I mean, he would have popped up with some very important set-piece goals yesterday.
Yes, even tackles.
All right, let's talk about what happened in the Spanish La Liga, Tula. Because, yes, I mean, over the weekend, Real Madrid dropped point, giving the opportunity to Barcelona, and they took that opportunity with both hands there. Real Madrid lost to Osasuna by 2-1. That was a shock result. And then Barcelona compounded their woes yesterday with a 3-0 victory over Levante. We even permitted that Barca won't keep a clean sheet, but yet they did so. In fact, I had a go at Frankie de Jong, and he came through with the man of the match performance there. Perfect 10 over 10. 10.0 score in SofaScore, man. Benyao, who has now been likened to Sergio Busquets also on the goal scorers, list alongside Fermin Lopez as usual, even scoring with his left. A complete Barca performance yesterday over Levante. They go back on top, Tula.
Well, congratulations to the Barcelona fans, and at the expense of Real Madrid, who did not play very well, because Real Madrid did not do anything. But what I understand is that Barcelona did well. I watched a particular tie. I saw the likes of Frankie de Jong, who could not run into the 18-yard box, score the goal, and also the control.
He listened to us on Sport Tracker.
Maybe.
Real Madrid had not lost against Osasuna in 24 matches before that tie on Saturday. Osasuna also ended Real Madrid's 8-game winning streak in La Liga. Osasuna, who are you? What are you made of? Why did you do this to Real Madrid?
They didn't play together. That's the most important. The likes of Vini, the likes of Mbappe, at the Goulet was just too direct.
The coach also has been called into for criticism. He is overthinking things, taking out players when they don't need to be taken off.
Yes,
like Fafate comes to mind. That
yes, Fafate doesn't have a business being taken off. I felt like he overread the game. Asensio was deleted before the second goal.
Oh my goodness!
And
that guy is not Real Madrid standard.
He's
not even Crystal Palace standard.
I don't know why he's using him as a centre half. Because I felt like, how would your centre half be just caught and score? They caught him out. And it was a beautiful goal from Osasuna to make it 2-1. It was the perfect time to make it 2-1.
It's a point gap now that separates Real Madrid and Barcelona. Barca currently top, Moses. What do you think happens again going forward? Are we still going to see more twists and turns in this La Liga?
Yeah, I think we'll still see more because, just 25 games in. And, we still have a lot of games to play. And
all right.
It shows how the table can change quickly. All right. Real Madrid today, tomorrow Barcelona, tomorrow. And, in the last 5 games, both teams have been consistent. They won 4, both lost 1 game. And, it is how the most consistent team now. You have to approach your game. You see Real Madrid losing against Osasuna, they don't have any business. A team you've not lost again for a very long time.
All right.
I don't know how they put themselves in that situation, knowing fully well that defeat will take them down from the top of the log again. So I just feel they need to respond against Getafe in their next game.
Atletico Madrid with the 4-2 win over Espanyol. They come from behind victory. They went behind as early as the 6th minute, Atletico Madrid, but fought their way back. Soloth among the goal scorers, Simeone, and then, of course, Ademola Lookman. He got a goal in that tie there.
Yeah.
But some are saying that the manager already is stirring things up. The manager, Diego Simeone, is asking for more from Lookman. He says, yes, he's contributing with the goal, but in terms of the other things he can do, we need him to also contribute better. He can be a better player defensively. He can be better in the all-round game. And I'm asking myself, where's this coming from Diego Simeone? He's a player who just joined you. Why are you already asking for more from Ademola Lookman? Why do you always keep doing this?
Well, you should take it easy with him. He's just joining, just adapting to a new environment,
yes.
A new team.
Yes.
And it takes a gradual process.
It is?
Yeah, and the thing is this. When managers are too demanding of the player, now he's contributing, attacking-wise.
All right.
You have to be careful with him because the more it drops deep, the more the attacking flair drops as well, because you have to give him that room, the freedom to attack more and to create chances and to score the goals.
All right, in this moment, we're giving the freedom to Debilicious because Debilicious quickly wants to drop a quick message for us from the stables of Goodness of Fit Money Point. Goodness of Fit Money Point, what thing they happen? Debilicious says they need to come and patronize because business must flow, business must go this lovely February into March. Debilicious, come take this one away for us now.
Child, I greet you.
Good morning, Debilicious.
I don't carry something when they tutorial wa belle come na goodness of Fit Money Point
Terminal.
Terminal, my people, ladies and gentlemen. I say the sales they all know, of Money Point Terminal. Now goodness of Fit, they run am for us. So in fact, if you now want correct terminal, when I know say mama papa pikin, in a get business, making a no look for that. Now goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal, making a just locate. You get hotel, you get shop, no worry yourself. You get filling station, no just bother yourself. Just locate goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal, then get correct. They wait for you. For those of us when they look, say this terminal, how go use runner? No worry yourself. Goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal go give us the correct lowdown on how you go fit use them. When you call them on top this number 090-6270-4181. Make I call the number again 0906-270-4181. I don't clear now. Now goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal. Now in they wait for us. For those of now when they think say shey I go fit get this thing like this. No bother yourself. Anywhere when you dey, they go locate you. They go send them, come give you. And also, money book, they available. Money book, they available for inside where goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal. Making I just call this number 090-627-04181. My people are not saying now go another place. So now goodness of Fit Money Point Terminal. Making I just call them wherever they go locate you.
Right, Debilicious. Location, Money Point. Ladies and gentlemen, Money Point Goodness of Fit Terminal. They there for available. Everybody go grab one, according to Debilicious now. Ademola Lookman has been on fire since he signed for Atletico Madrid there. 6 matches, 4 goals, 2 assists. Ademola Lookman. But the coach, of course, wants him to do more. Diego Simeone. He says there are many positive things that they are doing right now. He says the team, again, loses its composure, but they are also able to find their control, find their balance there. All right. What are your thoughts, though, on what has transpired in the Spanish La Liga? Let the journey now take us to the Italian Serie A. Because in this moment, yesterday, AC Milan, finally, they suffer a defeat. For the first time, AC Milan lose since the opening match day of the Italian Serie A. It's a 1-0 defeat they suffered at the hands of Parma, at home, by the way. What are your thoughts on this Milan side? I did not see this defeat coming, though.
I watched the game in the first 45 minutes.
All right.
Parma wanted it more than AC Milan. You know, you will see that urgency. Parma wants to win a particular tie to be saved from the relegation zone.
All right.
And that is what happened. AC Milan feel like they've been grinding the win out. They've been grinding the win out. They've been getting a draw because they are one of the side that played more draws in the league. So I feel like they slip off. In their last game against Como, they played a draw. And they feel like they should have done more. And at the end of the day, you didn't do more in the next game against Parma. And that is very bad. Parma has been doing well in the last 2 games, and they won against Milan. It's a needed win.
We had Inter Milan with the 2-0 victory over Lecce. So that defeat for Milan, AC Milan at home, meant that they go 10 points behind Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Going forward, is this game over?
It's not a game over yet.
Over in the title race?
It's not a game over yet. It's at the expense of by the time we say a game over, it's by the time Inter Milan faces AC Milan and other teams in the top 4.
I mean, no matter how
if
Inter drop point from now to the end of the season,
Yeah.
this looks as though it's over, man.
Yeah, it looks like that because for me, AC Milan are not showing that, that credentials. They can catch up, they can match up with Inter Milan. And you see, that lack of consistency from AC Milan might make someone think maybe it's a game over already because, Inter Milan winning their last 5 games while AC Milan are struggling, to find wins. So this is what differentiates you, the winner and the runner.
I mean, they will need Inter Milan to drop point in their next, or at least along this season, in 5 games, to at least lose or drop points in these 5 games, and for them to not drop any more points to be able to catch up with Inter Milan. That's what that's what we're asking now of teams like AC Milan and even Napoli. I mean, Napoli, of course, did well for themselves, but not enough. They lost to Atalanta again by 2-1.
Yeah.
I mean, Juventus, they lost at home to Como 2-0, man. That's massive. Como doing the double over Juventus.
If you look at from the number 2 position to the 6th position, or to 7th,
all right,
they've all beaten themselves. Atalanta beat Napoli, Juventus played a draw with Inter Milan, home and away. Napoli they could not beat Inter Milan. So it's more like they have to do themselves a favor. And when you look at the game like Atalanta against Napoli,
You're right.
there was no miracle. Atalanta is in form.
Let's not forget again that Juventus have been taken to the cleaners, not just at the hands of Inter Milan in the last 2-3 games, but now again at the hands of Como there. Spalletti says, I'm definitely staying until the end of the year, and until the very last day, I will not lower my opinion of them by a millimeter. I get worried when I see that they don't react and cannot recognize who they are and what they are capable of. That is Juventus. So Spalletti believes again that this team, Juventus, is a powerful team. If only they can realize how powerful they are and how strong that they are. He's not happy, but it is what it is right now. Milan back with a losing league game for the first time since the opening day of this season. Some say it is bye-bye already. 10 points behind leaders, Inter Milan. What else again can they do? What else again are they fighting for? Over the weekend also, Tolu Arokodare yesterday. He missed the penalty as Wolverhampton Wanderers lost their tie away at Crystal Palace. And Tolu Arokodare came in now for racist, abuse on social media. Now, Wolverhampton Wanderers also have issued a statement backing their striker and saying again that they are with him after he received what they say are disgusting racial abuse on social media. Not just him, but also, of course, Wesley Fofana over the weekend for Chelsea. Fofana also was the subject of a racial abuse after he got the red card that some say led to Chelsea dropping point. But let's start with Tolu's situation. He's not having the best of time, especially again with that penalty miss with Wolverhampton Wanderers. I was down. I was sad after I missed a penalty yesterday.
I'm not really bad for Tolu. The reason why I'm saying this is because I feel that move to Wolves was not needed. He should have waited for a well-stable team.
All right.
Not Wolves at all.
All right.
And missing a penalty when the team is battling with a 3-point.
All right.
The coach wasn't happy that they played a 2-2 draw with Arsenal. He wanted the win. And now you now miss the penalty.
I saw that from the coach of Burnley also after the game against Chelsea.
It's just this. It's just what it is.
All right.
The delegation team wants 3 points, not a point.
All right.
And it happens.
I mean, let's talk also about Chelsea, Wesley Fofana. He got the red card, he got the sending off, and he also was the subject to this racial abuse. Moses, he says 2026 is still the same thing. Nothing changes. These people are never punished. You create big campaigns against racism, but nobody actually does anything. That's Wesley Fofana. He's not happy with what he has received, but Wesley Fofana also need to try. This is Chelsea. And again in 2026, we're having another player, another game for Chelsea getting sent off. What is happening with Chelsea? What is happening with their players? And this lack of seriousness on the pitch there.
Yeah, well, I think number one, the manager needs to take charge of that when it comes to, the level of indiscipline in the team, get a red card, These are the areas the manager needs to come in and put the players in line and in order. Then you see this issue of racism of a thing. It's been there for long.
Okay.
And it is once people have been punished, that is when I feel it can be reduced, if not stopped. Because you see, you can't keep doing this to players all the time. They are all humans as well, and we have feelings. You won't see someone talking ill of you and you'll be happy. That's just the reality, and this needs to stop because it keeps affecting the players psychologically and mentally as well. Because it takes a mentally stable person to be able to overcome such. Vinny has been passing through it for a very long time, and one game today, racism against him, tomorrow it's over again. So I just feel they need to work and reduce the level of this racism of a team.
What about Chelsea? Before that particular tie, all what the Chelsea fans were talking about was Arsenal bottling a point, doing this, doing that. But what Chelsea are doing right now also, we need to ask them some serious questions because yet again you spend billions of pounds on players and yet you cannot stand up and be counted when it matters the most. Everyone now is hiding under Arsenal's guys at the very top who are fighting for the title. When I say you have your own problem, you have your own in front of you, qualify for the top 5, and yet you have drop points back to back against Wolves, back to back. You've dropped points now against Burnley. Against Leeds United, you beat Wolves. But look at what they are doing against relegation teams at home, and you are telling me that you are the club world champion. What you are doing right now is bringing the game to disrepute as a club world champion. I've never seen a club world champion as awful, as bad as these guys after spending billions. And yet you come here, and the next thing you call, you begin to laugh at Arsenal when you have your issues in front of you. I've never seen a club as shameful as this in my life.
We miss out of the top 4.
I am angry with them to
I have. Chelsea's
I
out of
can't
the
be the only
top
one
four.
who's losing my head here.
Well,
Chelsea is out of the top four for now. For today,
You know, a lot
they
of
will not
things
make
has
the top
been
four.
highlighted about
What is the
Chelsea.
meaning of all this?
But I think it's good it's coming out this way, and everybody are coming to see. But like you said, a lot of them are hiding under the fact Arsenal, you're not facing your club. And you see, a Liverpool that we're saying maybe they had a disastrous season, a crisis season, here we are level on points with Chelsea.
Look at Liverpool.
Level on points with
Look
Chelsea.
at their defense. Apart from Arsenal of this world, they are the ones who are following in terms of their defense. Defensive set of clean sheet there.
So you have to look at that and say, okay, well, Chelsea again, I don't know why they don't have any business.
They are going to miss out on the
drawing
top four.
against Burnley, and they have to be very careful now. Manchester United behind you, Liverpool behind you.
Yeah.
You have to be careful to make that top four.
I was going through the stats, and Chelsea have dropped a league high 19 points from winning positions in the Premier League.
Yeah.
What is happening? They've had 6 red cards in the league also. You can't put this down anymore to, what's the word now? Being inexperienced. You can't tell me because you have a young squad, this keeps happening. There are players who are sabotaging these clubs now. And we are watching this in 2026. This is unbelievable what they are doing.
Yeah, the rate at which they are being booked, I think they need to work on that as well, because
Right.
there are some tackles you won't get away with it,
All
which
right.
they do.
All
And
right.
these are the things they need to speak with themselves internally. They have to deal with this,
All
or
right.
else it keeps getting worse.
If Chelsea does not finish the season in a Champions League spot,
They are missing
we are
out.
hearing
You
that their
don't-
coach.
don't
So,
think-
wait, we're hearing their coach Liam Rossinior's future at Chelsea is uncertain.
That's very good. There's no way he's not finishing the top four. That's it. I can put the money. Chelsea is
Why?
not finishing. Number one, his next game is against Arsenal. He faces Aston Villa at home, away from home. He faces Newcastle. He faces Brighton.
Everybody beat Aston Villa
Man
for
U-
Arsenal.
no, if it can happen.
Arsenal is still like this, is still wobbling, never sure for us.
And the funny thing is just that he's facing all the teams around him. He can't beat all of them. If you beat Aston Villa, are you going to beat Man U or beat Liverpool or beat Man City?
And these are the games.
These are the
waiting for them
games that will make them to play the top four.
now. We could still be having 5 teams qualify from England. for
We
the
could still be
Champions League.
having.
Yeah.
But
Depending on how they also fend the Champions League, including Chelsea. So, but at the end of the day, even 5 teams, Aston Villa is still there.
Aston Villa is
there.
Liverpool is behind
there.
them.
Yeah,
So
Liverpool
it's
is
more
behind
like
them.
if Man U wins today,
Yeah.
it goes up above Chelsea.
Yes.
And that's the end of the game.
Simple. Oh, all right. Let's see what happens there. For Victor Gyökeres, I don't know if I can still call him Motu because right now he has 10 goal contributions across all competition in 2026. No Premier League player has more than this man in this moment. He's the most informed Premier League player right now in terms of the strikers there. All right, let's go and have a listen now to Liam Rossinior. Let's hear what he has to say after Chelsea drop point. I don't to Burnley. Burnley could have beaten them. Burnley should have beaten them.
Ward-Prowse.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tula.
I'm a lumber.
You see those whipped in crosses, man.
Sometimes I look at a player like Ward-Prowse, I look at Nuno Espirito, I feel like, what is the problem between you
Why didn't you use him?
and this player?
All right, let's come back.
A disappointing performance, not just the end of the game. Start the game perfectly, score a really well-worked goal. We were incisive and creative in that moment, and I wanted us to put our foot on the gas. And in fact, for some reason, we took our foot off the gas. When the game is at 1-0, regardless of the dominance of control we have up until the red card, you have to put these games to bed. We didn't, and we didn't see out the game.
Where's Kopama, by the way? Where's
The
Kopama?
one that missed one-on-one.
Where's Kopama again, by the way? I'm tired. Where is he injury? It has to be. Because I'm saying the same thing with Bukayo Saka. You go out for so long, you come back, you're not in full stride. Maybe that's what's happening. If not, that boy is a proper metaphysical O2. As I'm looking at him right now, there's something spiritual about his O2ness.
Penapama.
So with that penalty that there's no career for Kopama, is that what we are saying? Where's the world-class player in Chelsea? None. Pedro Neto? Okay, Jean Pedro. Maybe. That's the only hope right now.
Yeah.
But let's go to Arne Slot of Liverpool. Again, they got a victory that I felt was undeserving based on the balance of play from the first half especially. But that's Liverpool for you. They get that especially when it's needed the most.
That favor go.
They always do it, man. And I love it for them. They're a blessed club, Liverpool.
Is there an element of fortune today?
Yeah, of course. If you score in the last minute, there's always an element of luck. But so many times this season, we've experienced the opposite. I don't mean conceding in the last minute, which happened as well. But so many times this season, we've deserved more than we got. Now today, I think a draw would have been a fairer result than a win for us.
I really feel for the coach Pereira Wolves. He really put a game plan in there in that first half.
He did well.
I mean, they played some good football, matched Liverpool, but kudos to Arne Slot, knows how to read the game, especially in that second half. Change things, of course, in how Wolves pressed them, and they're able to play out better from the back, and that gave them. I mean, he was destined to score yesterday, McAllister. Even after that first goal was ruled out, he kept on pushing, and he gave Liverpool that win. Well, if you're having a look at the table right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Arsenal still top. They have the 5 points clear of Man City. Even though Man City have the game in hand, 56. Aston Villa with a 51 point. Chelsea in 4th with a 45. Man United in 5th with a 45. Level on point with them. Liverpool also with the 45 points there. Inferior goal difference to Man United and Chelsea. But if Man United win today, okay, away at Everton, United go top, they go above Chelsea, and they draw closer to Aston Villa. Aston Villa must begin to watch its back there. Let's go and have a listen now also to Pep Guardiola. We'll be right back.
It's an incredible team. Newcastle is an incredible but awesome team. Physicality and the speed that they have in front with Gordon Elanga and after Barnes and all of them. So physicality in the middle. So yeah, really tough, but the team was unbelievable.
All right, the team was unbelievable. Guys, what are your thoughts, by the way? What is happening with Eric Chell? The reports are telling us that our coach, Eric Chell, he has made demands. He doesn't want $50,000. He wants $130,000 alongside other demands. One NFF officials now, according to the report on condition of anonymity, says Eric Chell, if you think you have a job somewhere else, if you think you have other options, please go with those other options rather than use these demands to use as an excuse now to walk away, because there's no way we are going to be able to fulfill everything you have asked for. 19-point demand, waiting they call him again. What are your thoughts, to Moses, on that? Do you think the coach already has an option? Because I also said the same thing last week.
Yeah.
And I think if he has that option, please walk away if it is there for you.
Well, number one, I think it looks like maybe he has another option. You know, that is when you have options. That is when you have the
you begin to lay demands.
Yeah, to lay demands, and well, can you fault him?
No.
You see, when that is part of why we always say this. When you are signing a manager into a 3-year contract, it gives you that commanding edge.
All right.
Now the contract was short,
all right,
and now he is demanding for more. It needs to be renewed, and you have to,
all
or
right,
he walks away.
All right.
So now it looks like he has another option there, and is either you meet the demand or he leaves. Now we have to go back again to another 1 year looking for manager, which we have been craving for all this while. When are we going to stop this? You know, sign a manager on a 3-year deal.
All right.
Whether he's doing well or not, give him that room to build a
Moses,
new national team.
I'm even more concerned now with what we do going forward. Let's imagine he wants to walk away. Who is the coach that is going to come in and step in? Do we have a coach now waiting? Or is it Eguavolo again that we're going
again to the old legs we've been using?
It is well. All right, let's have a look at the result from the NPFL, ladies and gentlemen. Ikorodu City 1-1 at home to Bayelsa United, a late equalizer for the home side. Canopilas with a 3-0 victory over El Kanemi Warriors. Canopilas, of course, got that sweet victory for them. And this is what their technical advisor, Muhammad Babaganari, said after the emphatic victory over El Kanemi Warriors.
Generally, both teams played well. Even El Kanemi, despite the fact that they lost, but they played a very good game. It seems that it's the same philosophy, the same passing game. But we played very well. We created so many chances, and we took our chances.
The same philosophy, the same passing game. Despite the fact El Kanemi lost by 3-0, they played a very, very good game. Let's have a look at the other result now. Kun Khalifa with a 2-0 victory over Niger Tornadoes. Nasara United with a 1-0 win over Bendel Insurance. Plateau United with a 4-1 win over Shooting Stars there. What a victory for Plateau United. All right, let's go, of course, to Rangers International, because Rangers also, of course, did well for themselves away at Katsina United. The game ended goalless, and that result means that Rangers are now second on the log. Coach Fidelis Lechuku.
Character, the show to the game, also the technical tactical. So they are not disappointed to the game result to something like that. Thank God for that, because they understand our rules in football. We have to play on any condition we can yourself and also be disciplined, because you are playing under management that don't take any player that is not disciplined in their team. That is very important for us.
All right, he's kept on using the word discipline all through. For Rangers, of course, to go away from home against Katsina and pick up the point there. Warri Wolves at home to Barao ended goalless, while Wiki Torres with a 2-1 victory over Remo Stars from on Saturday. Abia Warriors with a 1-0 win over Kwara United. It was a long-range goal from Azubike in the 29th minute that condemned Kwara United to yet another defeat on the road there. So this is how the standings are right now. Ikorodu City still top 45 despite the drop point at home to Bayelsa. Rangers International 44 in second place. Nassau United in third with a 44 point. And then Rivers United in fourth with a 43 points. They played out a 1-1 draw at home to Eyimba International. For Rivers United, they still have the 4 games outstanding matches yet to play. For Kwara United, they were bottom. Before, of course, we had the victory for Kun Khalifa for Kwara United, now in 18th place, 29 points. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have a look at the revised league table, Kwara United are bottom of the NPFL as we speak now. But what are your thoughts, though, on what is playing itself out in the NPFL table? If you say anything about Kwara United, I will fight you.
Let me start with the Enugu Rangers.
Okay,
they will end up losing the league because they're going to face Nasarawa United.
Yeah.
They're going to face Remo Stars and Kwara United, the 2 relegation team. And
that Kwara United tie. Now home or away?
That's a home tie.
Oh my God!
And the funny thing is just that Rivers United, the league is theirs to lose. It's just there. You just have to win one more and go up, and with the other standing. And when you look at the relegation battle, it's more like it's going to be to the end of the season. It's what you do this week that will reflect on how you're going to be in the next game.
All right.
So I feel like Kwara United can still survive. Remo Stars can still survive.
All right.
Even Kano Pillars can still be plunged back.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But of course, performance must improve and must be improved upon. Everton at home to Manchester United today is the final game for this weekend's matches in the English Premier League. 9 p.m. Nigerian time. United must be careful. It's their first trip to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Let's have a look also, of course, at other update to give to us. Fatima Oloko has described her first call-up to the Super Falcons as a dream come true, saying she feels both privileged and honored to be given the chance to represent Nigeria on the international stage. Reflecting on her selection, the Abia Angels goalkeeper said she was initially in disbelief, admitting that it felt like a dream. So 4 goalkeepers have been called up. Of course, the other lady, from Portsmouth. This lady now, of course, from Abia Angels, from the domestic scene, and the usual names that we know with the Super Falcons. And don't forget that now they'll be involved. All these players will be involved in that particular friendly game, February 28th. And then, of course, on March 3rd, in the doubleheader against Cameroon's indomitable Lionesses in Yaoundé. Looking forward to this friendly matches, man.
I just laughed when I saw the news that a local Abia Queens, one of their goalkeeper was being called up. Sometimes I feel like if you feel these people are not listening to someone, it's a lie, because they are to think a Portsmouth goalkeeper ahead of our own goalkeeper in the league.
You're right.
No.
International Boxing Federation number 1, Elizabeth Oshoba, female boxing. Elizabeth Oshoba will face Chelsea Arnold on the undercard in the Caroline Dubois versus Terry Harper fight on April 5th in the UK. Dubois and Harper will meet in a world lightweight title unification bout alongside Ellie Scottney's shot at the undisputed world champion against Mayeli Flores. Oshoba will take on Anel over 6 3-minute round, the same duration as in men's boxing. Don't forget that Elizabeth Oshoba is a 6-time Nigerian national amateur champion, bronze medalist at the 2019 African Games, gold medalist at the 2020 African Zone 3 Championship, and a silver medalist at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. She relocated to the UK to make her professional debut in September 2022, and she says every fight is a chance to prove who I am. I have sacrificed, I have trained, and I am locked in. Well, Arnell, her opponent, is a 35-year-old professional boxer from Hull, who has done well for herself also. Let's get more of the reaction right now coming through to us on the program for today. My name is Scott Arosiola from Abuja. Good morning, Babajiri Luwashon, Adetula Diolu, and Moses Amo in the studio. That was a wonderful performance from our boys yesterday, Arsenal. He says, as an Arsenal fan, my advice is that we should hold on to the 2-point lead. Eze is a weapon fashioned against Tottenham Hotspur, and the Tottenham Hotspur should let us know who or what is between them and Eze. Instead of Vinny Jr. to score goals, he was busy complaining about how he was racially abused. Babajide, Napoli position on the table, they sweet my belly. Racism can never be stopped on the pitch, but in the class and in the minds of those people, they should be reoriented. That's what he feels right now. All right, going forward, ladies and gentlemen, we are also hearing, of course, that there will be changes to the FIFA Club World Cup. According to the report coming through to us in this moment, it will be, of course, an improvement in the number of participants there. The World Cup now will be modified from 32 teams to 48 teams in the next edition. This is due to the pressure from the elite European clubs. We hear that clubs like Barca and Manchester United were not happy that they were left out of that particular competition, and now they want to be a part of it again. So let's see, 42 teams in the FIFA Club World Cup. Moses, we're also hearing that Declan Rice is the favorite to win the PFA Player of the Year award. We're also hearing that if a player from Arsenal or any player who will be named, who will be given that particular gong, the Player of the Year award in the Premier League, then his team must win the Premier League. And that is why the referee yesterday ruled out that Tottenham Hotspur goal to make it 2-2. Moses, what is your reaction to that?
Well, I think that goal, sincerely speaking, Arsenal were fortunate for it to be ruled out because I think Gabriel Magalhaes, he overhyped it because it was just a mid touch.
A soft touch.
Yeah, a very soft one. Like you can, if you check the view very well,
yes,
you feel like it's a goal.
So what do you think?
They are fortunate.
They're just lucky.
They're lucky?
Yeah, that was the same thing he did against Sunderland.
Yeah.
When he hasn't won the ball and was
something against Newcastle.
Something against Newcastle. What automatically comes to mind. So these things can be punished a team.
I have a different view though to you guys. I think again that there was a touch on him. And I think if that was the other way around, they would also blow, and they've given goals against Arsenal in that way.
Yeah.
So I think, once that touches on that player, I mean, he feels it and he knows it, then he has no option but to go down. Maybe a bit soft, but I think, again, that foul should have been given. If that goal had stood, I would have been amazed, man. Because I've seen that goal given against Arsenal time and time again.
That's it.
All right, Mikel Arteta, he's now had the highest winning rate of any manager to reach 20-plus Premier League London derbies there. 42 wins in 69 games is a 61%, even above Jose Mourinho, who also has 42 wins. Although, of course, in 70 games in the London derby. Arsene Wenger, 106 wins in 194 games, man. That man played a lot of matches in charge. All right, we know what happened to Inter Miami. They were violated over the weekend. Lionel Messi was on that pitch when they were tearing them apart 3-0. Lionel Messi began to misbehave, chasing after the referee. And I thought, this is not a gentleman performance now.
Like he was asking the referee, show mommy.
He's behaving like this.
Show mommy.
Show mommy. You don't know me? You don't know why B? Well, the Major League Football knows Sabi Lionel Messi and Inter Miami because they suffered at the hands of LAFC over the weekend. But according to the rules right now, Lionel Messi did not do anything that the law says you cannot do in American soccer. So that is why Lionel Messi has not faced any punishment. Even Luis Suarez will say, bros, come back now. You are a senior man. Stop all this thing you are doing. Let's get reaction right now as a senior man in the studio.
You don't know me.
You don't know me for football. He collect 3-0. Hello, good morning. Who's on the line with us there? Hello, good morning. You are live on radio. Can you hear us?
Hello, good morning.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Babatunde from Gama.
All right, Babatunde, share your thought with us, sir.
Good morning. I want to talk about the Eric Chair.
All right. Babatunde never read you. Hello, good morning. Who's on the line with us?
Baba Liverpool from Liverpool.
Baba Liverpool, you won 1-0. They say your win is undeserved. How do you feel about that?
I deserve the winning. I deserve because I play good game.
Jimmy Carragher says you do not deserve the win.
Don't mind him. It's a talkative. Don't mind him.
What are you confident of top 5, top 4?
Definitely, certainly.
All right, no problem. Baba Liverpool, thank you. 0916-159-1011. We know what's happening right now in Mexico. Roadblock, burnt vehicles, burnt gas station, shops, shooting, cartel. Am I watching Ozark all over again? This is Ozark playing itself out in real time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mexico will also host the World Cup. Guadalajara, everybody is concerned in this moment. And we're hearing again that there could be changes if this persists. It's all gang violence. It's all, what's the word now? Drug cartels involved. I'm afraid, man. Anybody will apply now for accreditation for FIFA World Cup and you go pick Guadalajara for Mexico. Rethink Amo. Hello, good morning. I know why I'm laughing.
Good morning, Osman from Motion.
Osman, welcome. How you doing, man?
Thank you very much. I'm doing good. See, we should stop giving Chelsea any excuse for not winning matches.
if you can play up to that 74 minutes with 11 players, having 70% of the ball pressure, and just losing one player, then you started to fuck up. The same excuse they are giving them against Leeds United.
Yes.
See, it's not, you don't have any complaint to lose those kind of matches. What happened to goal management? And when we are talking about Arsenal saying that they are doing well, some people will be saying, what are they doing? What are they doing? Go and check the record. Despite the fact that people are still complaining about about them losing some or dropping some points, they have only lost just 3 matches.
Only 3 matches this whole season.
So you don't have any complaint. All of you that are now complaining about them, you are now facing the problem. They are already counting 2 points between Arsenal and Man City. Let Man City play his match first.
It is well. It is well. Thank you. Thank you, man, for sharing your thoughts. I remember watching Liverpool over the weekend and, seeing Curtis Jones at right back, seeing Szoboszlai at right back. And I look at where Liverpool are with the injuries and how they are struggling. I remember the Arsenal of last season. Thomas Partey was playing right back for majority of last season. I mean, we saw Declan Rice at right back this season. Yeah. And yet Mikel Arteta was able to keep them challenging for the title in second place. Look at what he's doing now this season, even with the injuries to some very key players in there. And you must give kudos again to Mikel Arteta. There's no title, there's no trophy as usual. But again, we must give kudos to where kudos is coming from. Because other teams will struggle. Ladies and gentlemen, right now in the league, we know what Strasbourg has done to Olympique Lyonnais. 13 matches that, of course, that Paulo Fonseca has overseen with this Lyon side. They won 13 consecutive matches in no competition. Strasbourg yesterday ended that a 3-1 defeat yesterday. Guess who's in charge of Strasbourg? Gary O'Neill, former Wolves boss, who, of course, Chelsea are cooking. Let's talk about Lamine Yamal helping Barca to that 3-0 victory yesterday. Lamine Yamal is the youngest player in Barca's history to reach 100 wins with the club. 18 years, 227 days there. Over players like Bojan Krkic and Lionel Messi. Lamine Yamal is a boy destined for greatness. This was a nasty injury to Ruben Loftus-Cheek over the weekend. He suffered an alveolar fracture and is said to be sidelined for several months there. Alveolar. I love that one though. But the injury is a nasty one there. He had multiple broken teeth as now is expected now to undergo surgery in the coming hours there. Wow, what a sad ending, of course, to the season for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I love the Parma coach, former Arsenal coach also, assistant. The moment after the game, the first thing they said is, please, how is Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Our prayers are with him even before I talk about my victory away at Milan. Parma, strong there. All right, the show has come to an end, guys. Last words on the show for today before wrap things up, Moses? Tula.
Well, whatever happens to any team this week, take heart.
This week? Why? Why this week?
Today, one team they play now.
Champions League midweek?
Yes.
Today, Man United?
Another team. This week, Sha.
All right.
Yeah, we still have 10 more games to go.
10 more games.
And I believe it's still in the hands of Arsenal.
All right.
They want to win it.
All right.
Or they want to gift it to City.
Oh my God. On behalf of Adetula Diolu and Moses Amao, my name is Babajide Oluwaseun. Bye for now. Thank you, God. Moses Amao. My name is Babajide Oluwaseun.